Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Electro from the new Space Venom Build-A-Figure wave. So as you can see, we actually have two different alternate heads, so you can have two slightly different looks, which is absolutely fantastic. I will be comparing it to the older Toy Biz version of the classic figure. On the back here we can see Hobgoblin, which I've already reviewed. There's a small bio right up there at the top, and then everyone else in the wave. And the only figure I have still left to review is the Spider-Girl, and then we can look at the Build-A-Figure Venom. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box and take a closer look. And here is Electro out of the packaging, and there on the left is the Sinister 6 Marvel Legends Toy Biz Classic version of Electro for a bit of a comparison. So as you can see, the suits are not exactly the same as one another, and that is basically because although we get the classic looking head, we do also get the more modern looking head for the character right here, which goes much better with the rest of this suit. But let's go ahead and just compare these the two heads right here. If we get some close-up focus, as you can see, this is basically just glued onto a fully sculpted head, whereas here the eyes are actually sculpted into this kind of mask piece on the front. So if you pulled that off, you probably wouldn't have a complete head under there. But I definitely think that the newer one looks so much more striking. The actual headpiece itself is, I think, better sculpted. Here it's just glued on and it's just kind of bent around. It's not really all that great, whereas this one is actually properly, as you can see, properly bent around the face there. It looks much better than it just being straight out to the sides. It's also bigger. It is flexible, so it doesn't hinder articulation when you move it past the shoulders or anything, as you can see. But if you kept it like that for any long period of time, it probably would warp and go out, so I wouldn't really suggest it. I'd suggest just keeping it nice and straight. I love the blue eyes in there and everything. The teeth are painted on this, the teeth are painted on that one, but yeah, overall, obviously the rest of the suit is more different, so if you want a complete classic Electro sort of a look, I'd still definitely suggest this figure. Obviously he has these bits coming out the gloves and everything, so I definitely think that this is still the best full-on classic Electro out there, but I do definitely love the fact that they gave us this head. Now, as for the head, be very careful when you're putting it on or off, because it is easy to take on and off. This is the Pizza Spider-Man body, but just be very careful. Make sure that you hold the front and the back. Don't try and pull on any of this headpiece, because it will just be glued on, so you don't want any of that coming off. Then we put this head on right here, and there we go, went on nice and easy. Now the design on this guy's face is actually sculpted on there as well as painted on, which is absolutely fantastic. The paintwork could go a little closer to the edges of the line, but at least it doesn't run over it, so that's pretty good. And the head sculpt actually definitely reminds me of a vulture, so if we do get a vulture anytime soon, I would guess that they may actually reuse this head, because it definitely looks like it to me. But those two heads are the only new parts on this figure. The entire body is the Peter Spider-Man mold, and then as for these hands, that is from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie Electro figure. Now they are slightly different because we have a little bit of black shading put on them. I guess that's to put more emphasis that there is actually a hand within there, and maybe he's wearing a black glove, so it's like fading to the electricity, so that's a nice little touch. I have no problem with keeping him with these hands on there, but it would have been really, really nice to have had him without using his powers, just for that extra bit of posability options. As a size comparison, he is the same size as Peter Spidey, so I'm not going to use any regular size Marvel Legends figure. So here is the Spider-Man that came with this wave, so there he is next to the Ultimate Peter Parker right there. And so as for the articulation, the head moves up, down, left and right, and we get a little bit of pivot. We have the shoulders that come out to the side and all the way around, and we have the really nice butterfly joint right there. Kind of funny that we have this guy on this Spider-Man mold, so he actually has better articulation in the shoulders than this guy. Really wish that those joints are on this guy still, never mind. We have a rotation at the upper part of the arm, double jointed elbows, rotation and a hinge at the wrist. The ab goes back and forwards. We have rotation at the waist. We have the hips that come out to the side that far, go forward and back. Rotation at the thigh. Now, one thing to mention at the thighs right here, as you can see, they're a bit more glossy than the rest of it, and I don't think they're supposed to be like that. because the knees aren't like it and the hips aren't like it or anything, so it kind of looks like someone accidentally spilt some gloss on those thigh pieces. Really kind of strange. I mean, this one especially is very glossy in comparison to the rest of the figure. Don't know if that's just going to be for mine or if it's for everyone's. It doesn't matter at all, but it's just one thing to note. These definitely look a bit more glossy than the rest of the black on the rest of the figure. We have double jointed knees, and then we have the feet that go up and down and good ankle pivots. So I like the mold that it was put on. The two head sculpts look fantastic. I really do like these Electro blast hands, but I definitely do think that it would have been fantastic if he had come with another pair of hands. Just a pair of fists would have been perfect really for me. The rest of the paintwork on the figure, the yellowy gold, looks absolutely awesome. We got the stripes going down the arms, going down the back, and on the front of the figure as well. It all matches up pretty well down to this yellowy gold on the feet. It's a very nice figure indeed. I really do like the look of this guy. So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like, and if you want to see more pictures of anything else from my collection, check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123 and the link is in the description below. And for more Marvel Legends reviews, go ahead and subscribe. The rest of this wave, including Spider-Woman and the Venom Builder figure, will be coming up today. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.